Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the St. Johns County Chamber of Commerce Monthly Radio Hour. My name is Ed Dwyer, founder of Dwyer Advisory, a proud member of the Chamber, and I'm your host the first Saturday of every month from 9 to 10 a.m. right here on WSOS 103.9. Joining me today from the Chamber is Senior Vice President of Economic Development and Public Policy, Scott Maynard.
Thank you very much, Ed. Glad to be here today.
Love having you here, and we're going to be featuring some really wonderful guests today. And each month we like to highlight a couple of chamber members of what's going on. And so today, joining us today is Russell Wright and Mike Turner, and they are career path specialists with Bozard Ford. And we're going to be hearing more about what they're doing to develop their own workforce right here in St. Johns County. And then also we're going to hear from Bob Porter. Many of you at the Chamber know Bob well. He now has his own company, Anastasia Island Group, and we'll be talking about the legislative update going on at the state level here in St. Johns County and also at the city and the City Beach. So a lot to cover today. And with that, though, Scott, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, thanks, Ed. I really appreciate it. I met these guys, Russell and Mike, at First Coast Technical College Career Fair. Russell and I met 2 years ago, and it was really great to learn what Bozard has done to really take in the reins of career development and career pathways for their employees. You know, they work really hard to provide opportunities for their employees to continue to advance, and that's why I really wanted to bring them in today, because they are a shining example of what other employers can do to really promote workforce development and growth in St. Johns County. So, guys, I'll throw it out to you first. Tell the audience a little bit about the programs that you have and how they got started initially.
At Bozard Ford, we built an in-house technical training center. So what we have done is we are now training our technicians in-house, and that way we can build them to the technician that we want them to be and place them so they can succeed.
And when you say in-house, how many employees are involved in that process right now?
Right now we have 6 instructors, and when everything is up and running, we will have 30 students in the program.
Okay.
At one time.
That is fantastic. And they can just continue to learn and grow and develop from there.
Yes.
What was the reason behind starting that program?
Technicians are hard to find. So we're always out looking for technicians, and what a better way to build a technician is actually have them in-house and build them the way we want them, our culture and our dealership.
Right. And I know you partner a lot with First Coast Technical College and hire those individuals and then put them right into the training program. As you begin that training process, how long is that process for the individual?
So the process per individual is usually a little bit different. When they first come to us, they'll spend 6 months to a year in our quick lane, and they're just learning the basic maintenance of the vehicle and learning our product and our way at Bozard Ford. And then they will move into the technical training part of it, and that is 4 classes. They're 10 weeks a term, and so it's a 40-week program, and we run that at night, and the hours are 2 to 12.
And at the same time, these individuals are employed at Bozard Ford, so they're drawing a paycheck as well.
Correct. It is a job. So we are training them, but they are also being paid.
Very good. Very good. And Russell, I know that there's another component to this that intrigued me when it started, when you and I talked about it last year, and then this year I know it had grown. Talk a little bit about the mobile repair service and how you promote individuals to get into that, and tell the audience what that is.
Well, part of our technician development program, which has now morphed into Bozard Technical Institute, there is an avenue for our mobile service vans. And so we have a little bit of a different training path for them. Their curriculum that Mike has put together is specialized for the on-location work that they'll be doing. And during their hands-on training, they're actually working outside with one of our mobile vans, utilizing the tools on it, just like they would be when they're going on site. And they're doing that on location, so they're getting the real-world training. Right now, we've got approximately 30 mobile vans. Will probably be upwards of 50 by the end of this year. It is one of our fastest growing elements, and it doesn't require brick and mortar, so it enables us to build our relationships with customers without having to build another building.
So are you telling me I could call you up and say, instead of me bringing my car in, you come to me and do whatever service, or is it isolated to certain things that you can fix on site?
The people that take the appointments are trained to be able to determine what types of repairs can be done in the field and not. And a lot of what we do are recalls, basic oil changes, tire rotations. We've done air conditioning work in the field, and it also helps to support our many fleet customers as well.
How nice is that, though?
It's awesome.
You have
Yeah.
a recall or just need something basic coming in, and you don't have to take a morning out, take your car out. They'll come right to you. And I see those mobile vans all over the county, and I think I've seen at least one outside the county. Are y'all going outside the county?
Yes, we are able to expand our primary market with the mobile units.
Nice. That is very nice. I know you guys work closely with First Coast Technical College. Can you talk a little bit about that relationship and how you utilize those students going through that program?
We like to work with tech schools because they are teaching the students the basic training before they come to us. So the student already comes to us with a knowledge of automobiles. So what a better place than getting it from a tech school?
Yeah, and they come there with with at least the desire, right? They made a choice to go into that area and to study that. So
they're looking for a career in the automotive repair.
Right, yeah. And I think that makes a huge difference in that motivated individual to understand the basics of that. And then, like you say, this program takes that and then just gives them more. I know Bozard has a large presence. How many actual repair bays are at the site here on 95?
Including Quick Lane, it's going to be about 94.
That's amazing.
You can repair a lot of cars in 94 bays.
So how many employees in total for the dealership, and maybe break it down for service?
Well, over 400, probably around 430 right now, and technicians right now we're about 150.
Wow.
Between Quick Lane, mobile, and the main service.
Yeah.
And obviously with the advancement of vehicles, you have to have a computer science degree, it feels like, anymore than a mechanics degree, because it's all about
on a daily
the chips
basis.
And yeah,
we use 3 different computer systems.
Wow.
And that is a big element of the training.
Yeah.
I mean, what a career path, right? For any, I don't know, age group. You probably have folks come in, a teenager on up, right? Who say, I want to find a new career, something more stable.
Yeah. From the age of 18 and up.
Sure.
And you mentioned, Russell, fleet management. I know that's a big area as well for dealerships. You want to briefly hit on that?
That is also a very rapidly expanding area for us. And so we are having to find creative ways to service those fleet customers that are purchasing vehicles from. We need to service what we sell. And so the easiest way for us to do that is to go to them. We make it convenient for them to do business with us.
Awesome. Very good. Well, thank you guys very much. That's extremely knowledgeable. If somebody wants to learn more, they can go to the Bozard site. There's a career tab on the website, I believe, that talks about Bozard University, and they can go there and learn more.
No, that's fantastic. I know that so many businesses here have been talking about this very problem. So it's a great example here that you're putting forward to say, we got to solve this problem. It's hard. You just put wanted ads out there. That doesn't work anymore.
It does not.
And we hear about that hospitals are doing this. They're having to figure out how to train their next nurses and whatnot. So congratulations. It really is brilliant. And for you then, it provides you this pipeline of people that are probably very loyal to you because you've really trained them up. And they're probably very little turnover.
Very little turnover at our dealership.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Thank you for joining us. We're going to take a quick break here, listen to a few songs, and stick around, though. We got Bob Porter coming in to talk about the legislative efforts going on here in the state in St. Johns County.